There we go. We got it. Carry through down the big mute, everybody. Everybody drink some water? Have we drank water? It's a hot one. I was out earlier already this morning, all the way out in Carlsbad, and it was warming up. It was a nice, cool morning, but it's warming up. It's getting hot, and later today we're going to be feeling the heat. So make sure we're drinking lots of water now and kind of get ahead of it. Don't wait until it's really hot to then start drinking the water. Start drinking the water ahead of time. Everybody, you might remember too, um, that yesterday was our first day. We went to SeaWorld for Sophia's birthday. And so if any of you have ever been to SeaWorld before, we were there. We traveled. Can you believe how far we went? We went over 3 miles, moving all over the park and going and seeing all the attractions. Leslie's in the house. Everybody give a big wave to Leslie in the house. Leslie and Smith. I love it. It's like a basketball player, and they're coming out of the tunnel, coming onto the court. Everybody get their name called out. Isn't that cool? Evan's in the house. Thumbs up. Everybody throw a thumbs up Evan's way. Thumbs up to Evan. Throw one back, Evan. There you go, man. Nice stuff, everybody. Evan's in the house. Carl's in the house. Hey, Carl. Me and Carl both representing California. He got California. I got California on my shirt too. We're representing. We love California. Everybody, isn't it great? For those of us who live here in California, isn't it great? Um, it's just such a good place when it's a little bit hot. Oh, Nick's going to a Padres game. Something's great too. I hope it's not too hot for your Padres game. When we were at SeaWorld, it was really nice outside. It wasn't too hot, but I can only imagine going to SeaWorld in the summertime when it's hot and full of people. Oh, wow. But when we went, there wasn't actually a whole lot of people there. There was not long lines. And we didn't get to really do any of the rides because guess what, everybody? Little baby Sophia, guess what? You had to be 42 inches tall to ride the rides. Guess how tall she was? 41 inches. One inch away. And they took us off the ride. We were gonna go on the rapids in the tube, and we were sitting down and we had our buckles on. And they said, how tall is that little girl? She's not tall enough. And she was so sad, she was crying. But then we went and played with some other water creatures, and it was okay. And so kind of learning lessons that hey, it doesn't always work out, especially if you're trying to bend the rules a little bit. And it was her birthday. It was worth a shot. Everybody, let's have a sip of water. Let's get the breathing motto going. And Nick, you gonna get it going for us? All right, everybody. Nick's gonna get it going. He's starting with some water. He's coming up here in a moment. And I'm gonna mute myself real quick while Nick's doing that. Okay, everybody. Nick's coming back up. I had to ask my dad a question. That's why I disappeared for just a moment. There we go. Nick, let's try it again with the unmute. And you think he's got it this time on try. There it is. Look at this guy. Look at him showing off his muscles, getting super strong, squeezing them. Still there. Everybody, when your muscles are like Nick's, when they are developing, sometimes our muscles feel soft our muscles develop and get stronger and develop what a lot of people would call muscle tone. You're going to feel your muscles are going to feel not like a rock, but they're going to feel firm. You're going to be able to really feel your muscles, especially when you're making a muscle contraction and you're really pulling all the muscle fibers together, which is why you see a lot of people who do their bicep as a muscle contraction to feel the muscle because you can feel it. But you could also do it here on the deltoid, where like when you do a chicken wing, your muscle here is contracted and you can feel a strong muscle there. When your muscles aren't as strong and when you haven't been using them, they're going to feel a little bit softer to the touch. And then as you start to use them, they're going to feel like, ooh, there's a little bit of firmness to the touch. But that's okay. All right, Nick, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, your muscles.
And bye, buddy, do it. They don't know bye, buddy, do it. We did that. Breathe out the bad. Breathe in the happy. And breathe out the bad. Breathe in big. And breathe out the wood. And breathe out power. Doing the all the door. Still buddy dog, but
Our what goals?
still buddy.
Really?
Yeah, I want to still buddy. My mother, my sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. Nick, everybody has been doing a great job over the past few years. We've really watched him not just build muscle, but also a lot of accuracy, coordination, balance, combination movements, being able to put together multiple movements in a sequence. Those are things that are incredible and they carry over big time into our everyday lives. We want to be doing exercises that really have a good carryover and everything from even Byron's baton spins and moves with the sandbag. A lot of those are working on our quickness and our agility and our hand positions being all around. And I know a lot of you have had this happen before where you're maybe going to grab something or you're moving something and you start to drop it. Maybe you do drop it and it falls down. The thing you were trying to not drop, you ended up dropping. And a lot of those moves that Byron takes us through, he teaches us, those are moves that are going to help you with your quickness. And maybe it won't, if you're about to drop something, you won't drop it, or maybe you'll catch it, or maybe you might even have a new reaction move that keeps it from being an okay situation. And so remember, a lot of these moves, you're going to find things in your everyday life and you're going to be like, wow, I'm really glad I've been exercising because it made me feel like I was able to do that. And that's what it is. That is what exercise can do for us, everybody. Let's move our head and neck around. Let's go ahead and go with the shapes. What do we have? What do we have on the background here? We have shapes. We have palm trees. We have the sun. We have like a rainbow, and we have some waves and stuff like that. So let's do those with our head and neck. Remember, when you're warming up your head and neck, you can use your imagination. You can pick anything out of the room, out of space and time, and you can try to kind of remanufacture that. So let's do it. A little more water. It's hot where I'm at. I'm in Escondido. Well, not really. I'm at the lake. It's not, doesn't feel like I'm in Escondido. All right, everybody, here we go. So first shape, let's go ahead and go with the palm tree. We're going to go down. We're going to go up. And then let's just draw a leaf. We can go in any direction and then back up. And then we'll go back down again. The trunk is going to be a lot. So we're going to go up. I'm going to draw another leaf. Both of my leaves kind of went down and then down the trunk again. Let's go back up to the trunk. I'm going to do a leaf kind of going over to the side, back down, bringing it up, do another leaf going over to that side, bringing it down, bringing it up. I'm going to do a leaf kind of going up in the air, bringing it down the trunk, going up to the middle. This is where all the coconuts and stuff would be, and then I'm going to go up that way, back down. Let's do a couple more in the middle. So I'm going up to the middle coconut spot and bringing it over again, another middle leaf, up, maybe. Imagine you're just, like Sandy, you're doing a painting. You're painting the trunk of the tree, painting the leaves coming off to the side. Let's go two more, down, up, down. And then we're going to go one more. I'm just kind of going down here. The next one, I'm going to go straight up with it, straight up to the top, like it's a new shoot. Who's seen the palm trees around California, right? We live in San Diego, a lot of us do. And you see those palm trees, sometimes they'll be shooting those new ones up there. Can you imagine you're a new palm leaf and you're like coming out and you're like, woohoo, welcome to San Diego. I get to be in this for my whole life. Isn't that incredible? All right, everybody, let's go ahead and go with the rainbow right here. So with this one here, I'm just going to be looking down at my shoulder right here. And then I'm just going to be kind of going up. I'm not going all the way back. See, there's a lot more room to go. I'm not going to go that far back. I'm just going to go here and then up and then down. Going over here. And you can see my head is not going high up. This one's more about just getting kind of the rainbow shape, getting the arc and keeping it to where, again, it's nice and subtle. Nice job, everybody. There you go. I can see the heads moving. There you go. Side to side. So bring it down. Imagine your nose is kind of getting heavy and your nose is almost pulling down to your shoulder. It's like there's a magnet on your nose and then the other magnet's here on your shoulder. So it's like, well, it's bringing it down. And then you go up and you pull the magnets away. And then there's another magnet and it's trying to, maybe there's a magnet on your cheek. You could think of that too. When you use your imagination, you'll do, I would say, in my opinion, at least a 10 to 15% better job when you use your imagination. Here we go. I'm going to imagine really good. Down, imaginary rainbow. And let's go one more. And look, even when I use my imagination, I slowed it down and relax. Remember, everybody, when we're exercising, you don't need a gym. You don't need to go out and get equipment. You know, we use some equipment sometimes, but a lot of things we don't. And if you are, again, like I said, if you're visualizing and you're using your imagination and you're coming up with like shapes and movements and like when the arrows and all the climbing ropes and that stuff is great. And if you just do the movement, it's okay. But if you do it with your imagination, it is great. And then if you get a chance to do it with the real thing, with the rope, you're kind of like, I'm ready for this. Or bow. What if you have a bow and arrow one day? Somebody says, here you go, here's a bow and arrow. That could happen. And you are going to want to be able to say, I got this. And you're going to know about getting the arrow, doing the whole thing. So that's what it's all about, exercise. Let's go ahead and we have, let's do some waves. So the waves are going to be kind of what we're going to do. We're going to go from one side, and then what are we going to do? Like little waves? That's a good one. Let's try that with our head. Like we got little tiny waves. And I'm just going small. I'm not going all the way down. I'm not going all the way up. You see that? Just little tiny waves moving along the ocean, keeping it going. The wind, the wind is making the waves. Sometimes a boat makes waves. Oh, my waves are changing up a little bit. Look at that, getting wavy. So start to maybe think about the waves going in all directions, and we're just moving our head and neck around. You can see I'm going kind of from side to side, and we're making the wave shape. And then let's go ahead and if we can think about it, let's maybe make a great big wave. So we're going to come up with our head and go up with a great big wave. Maybe it curls back around. And that would be like a classic wave shape. We could do it going the other direction, bringing it up, bringing it around, and it goes off. We could bring it back again, bringing it up, bringing it down, and then one more, bringing it up. Wave's going to break. That's where I'm going to be. And out. Oh, that one can be a little tough. You got to really think about the waviness. And, I was using this as kind of an example in my mind of just kind of going down the line, going down in the ocean and having my head and neck kind of just be in this. It's a small space that it wasn't like a great arm circle, wasn't a huge movement, but it's an important movement, everybody. And if you were able to do that, again, you're connecting your mind with your muscles. You're getting your muscles to create for you what you want them to. And that's huge because that could be a little wave today. It could be a big deal tomorrow. One of my friends, a lot of my friends, when we go surfing, people always think about the neck and they kind of take it for granted. Some of my friends have broken their necks and they don't take it for granted. They tell you what, they are really thoughtful about their necks. And it's given me a lot of respect for my neck. But when you're going out into the waves, you got to have a strong neck because if the wave hits you in the face, it can move your head faster than you want it to move. And so having a strong neck and being able to control your head and neck when you're out there in the ocean, it's going to give you the advantage where every single wave, there's not a wave in the ocean that you won't be able to kind of push through and the wave will go around you because you'll be strong. If you're not strong, wave's going to push you. That's just how the ocean works. All right, let's go ahead and do shoulders. I don't know who's coming surfing with me this summer. I don't know about that, but whoever it is, let's start thinking about getting those trapezius going because this is going to be a big part of if you're surfing, you might be down on your belly surfing, you might be laying down. And then if you're going to go and push yourself up, you're going to need those trapezius. Let's try to do something like this. So let's go ahead and do a trapezius lift. Then let's go ahead and do arms up right here. And then we're going to push up and we're going to drop our trapezius down. Now let's bring them up and then we're going to bring them down. Oh, and then bring it down. Let's go up, up, out. Oh, we want to go out and down. That's tough. See, I'm coming up with something here. Down, down. Let's bring our shoulders up, hands out, and down. Look at that. My shoulders aren't here. They're down here now. Now, when I bring my hands back in, I'm bringing them up, and then I'm going to bring my arms down first. That's tough. And then my shoulders down. Oh my gosh, this might be the first time we've ever done this combo. And I love that about working out. I've been working out for 20 something years. I've never done this combo. We're going up at the trapezius. I've done something like this on a surfboard. We're going to go push up and push down. Now we're going to bring them up and back, arms down, and then shoulders down. Oh, and I kind of messed up there, didn't I? Right? So let's go trapezius up, hands out and down, hands in and up, arms down, and bringing it down. I would love that. I would love that. Let's set that as a goal. Let's make that an important thing. Bike ride this summer. Yes. Mission Bay Park. Maybe. I keep my fingers crossed. All right, let's go 2 more. Up, hands up, push up, bring it back down, arms down, shoulders down. 1 more. Shoulders up, hands out, and down. Bringing them in, bringing them up, hands down, shoulders down. Wow. If you can do that, everybody, you can go surfing with me. There's no doubt about it, because when you're on a surfboard, if you're able to move your body and even just move it just a little bit, I can get you into waves, and the waves will do all the rest of the work for you. All you have to do is decide on what you want to do. And then you kind of move into it. You do a little push, you do a little press, you move a little shoulder, a little trapezius muscle fires up. And the next thing you know, just like Nick knows, you're flying down a wave, everybody. Flying down the waves. That's what I do. That's what I want to share with you. I love that. And if you don't have the bicycle carry, I can get that bicycle. I can make that happen. Everybody, I will be going back to the junior adaptive sports camp. I'm going to be volunteering again this year. And so that'll be exciting. Hopefully we'll be able to do our workouts from sports camp like we've done in the past. If anybody here is like, hey, I'd want to come check that out, it would be a Monday or a Tuesday at Mission Bay. And maybe if there's a way for you to come by there, you come by, meet some of the kids, maybe hang out with me for the workout. I don't know, but it'll be in Mission Bay, and that's next month. Everybody, we have more friends joining in. Let's have a sip of water. I feel like if Bernie was on right now, she would be saying, Coach John, water break, right? Everybody agree to that? I believe it. All right.
Hey, John, I have a question.
What's up?
That gray thing that Austin has.
Yep.
What is that called?
It's called a companion, or a firefly.
I
Yep.
would like to get one.
Okay. Have you used one before?
No.
Okay. I'll talk to him this weekend, and I'll see where they think that might be able to happen for you. Okay. I'll pass that.
Okay. Okay.
Awesome. Everybody, what me and Carrie are talking about is the companion. I think Austin's is the name of his is called the Firefly, but they have some different ones, and they have a device that clips onto your wheelchair. And in a lot of ways, it creates your wheelchair into a motorized vehicle. So you have hand controls, you have braking, you have steering with a handlebar steering. And it's actually pretty amazing. And depending on which one you get, everybody, you can go so fast. Everyone around you will be freaking out saying, oh my gosh. And you're going to be like, it's cool. I'm out of here. And that's what Austin does all the time. He's just like, I'm out of here, guys. And shoot. He just takes
It's like a bike.
it makes it like a bike. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So cool. So Nick has a good question, and the answer to that one actually is no, we're not going to be able to, and for a different reason this week. We won't be able to do Fitness Social this Friday because I have a graduation for my buddy Cole. My buddy Cole, I've been working out with him for a long time and I forgot, but he's on Friday. He's graduating from Miracosta College and he is getting a certificate in creative arts, everybody. And so this is a really good guy. We've been working out. He's super strong. He's a lot like Nick, everybody, in that sense. Real strong guy. And he decided that he wanted to go to college and work on creative art. So he's done things like animation, he's done photography, videography, and things like that. And I'm hoping, we're all thinking about it. We're hoping that my buddy can get a job. We're looking at hopefully at Legoland and going around and being a photographer, taking people to pictures in one of the coolest places that he likes to go to. So anyway, I have his graduation to go to on Friday. So we won't do fitness social on Friday. We will get it going again the next weekend. I know Austin really wants to share everybody the video of him flying over Torrey Pines in the glider, or not the glider, in the parasail. Wow, that's just incredible. And everybody remember, that's something that if you wanted to do, that's possible. So if you're like, wait a second, some people tell me that I could never do something like that. There is a group of people who are helping to make it possible. And we'll tell you what, you go to Torrey Pines, to the glider port, there's a cafe, you can have lunch, you can watch people flying around. If there's any staff and you're like, I would love to go to like a new spot and just check something out, go to the Torrey Pines glider port. They've redone it with a restaurant and a seating. It's free to go and to kind of just be there hanging out, and you're watching people fly. And it's just super cool right over the ocean. Torrey Pines glider port, and they have an adaptive parasailing program. So again, I'm sharing the news. Let's drink some water. Let's get into our body. I think my bottle's leaking. This isn't good, everybody. I have a water bottle here and there's water all over my desk and there's water on my pants and I think it's leaking out of my water bottle. I don't know what to think about that. I like this water bottle a lot, but you know what? When a water bottle's not holding water, that's not a good thing. Everybody, let's get into some arm movement. Let's get our arms going around. I'm thinking of some. I got so many ideas in my head always when we do our workout. Oh, Nick has an idea. Well, that's an even better idea. What's your idea, Nick? Because I had three. One of them was fishing. One of them was doing like the adventure race, like full on out of the ocean, up the mountain adventure race. And then the last idea was just actually doing like classic, some shoulder things. But do you have an idea?
Yeah, they win.
Okay. Chicken wings.
They double. I like
You want to do a lot of
the method.
you want to do a lot, you want to build the muscles. What's a lot to you?
I don't know. They keep it doing, and then we feel it.
You just want to go until we feel it?
Yeah.
All right, let's go, everybody. We're about to have a chicken wing contest, and it's not eating chicken wings. It's going to be who can keep on flapping their chicken wings the longest. There we go. So we got Scott's in it. We got Byron and Lorraine. Nick is in it. Evan, he's got the flaps going. You're gonna see me bring an arm down, but that's just to change my top bar. I want to see who's flapping with us. Remember, everybody, Nick just kind of came up with this endurance challenge, and we are gonna see who can flap the longest. Nice. So we got our group right here. We're all flapping. Let's see who we go. All right, there we go. So we got two arms going. Scott and Lisa are going. Evan's going. Byron's going. Lorraine. We got a group right here, and we're gonna see. If you need to stop at any time, remember, don't wait on me to stop. You stop when you feel like you're like, I gotta stop. And if you don't have to stop, keep going. Scott's still going, Evan's still going, Byron and Lorraine still going. Oh my God, I'm feeling it. Are you feeling it, Nick?
Yeah.
I'm feeling it. And I'll tell you what, everybody, I want to stop, but I'm looking at Evan and Lisa and Scott and Byron and Lorraine and Nick and everybody. They're still going. I'm going to keep going too. Oh my gosh. I want to stop though. I can feel it in my deltoid. Ooh, Evan, you feeling it? Yeah. Yeah. Evan's like, yeah, dude, this hurts, man. Come on, keep it going though. If it hurts, don't do it. If it's just like If it's uncomfortable muscle, then yeah, let's just keep it going. Everybody, this is a chicken wing competition, chicken wing contest. It makes me sound like we're doing like an eating contest. How many do you think we've done, Nick?
I don't know. They do 10, 9,
Oh, we're
8,
done.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold it. 18, 19, 18, 17, 18, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's do how to do it.
Oh,
And,
gotta breathe now, everybody.
and,
Nick's taking us
there we go.
into.
And, there we go. And,
Ooh, that's tough, Nick.
there we go. And,
Whoa.
there we go. And,
What?
there we go.
Whoa.
And,
Oh, he's gonna get me to quit.
there we go.
Trying to keep it going.
And,
It's tough.
there we go. And, there we go. One and one end. The other way. One way and out, one way in. No, the other one and out, the one there.
How do your deltoids feel, Nick?
Ooh,
Right?
this is the doing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Wow, everybody. Those are your deltoids. That muscle right here, that's one of your main connections from the bone in your arm to everything up here in your shoulders, up in your upper body. And Nick just did a deltoid blaster. Let's see how many Nick can do. Keep it going. We'll call that 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. He's going 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. Oh, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50 with the reversal. Look at this guy. 54, 55, 56, 8, 59, 60. How you feeling, Nick?
Good.
Going. 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 4, 5. Where can he go? 8, 9, 10.
Oh,
Oh, he got to 110. I was going to say it has to have an ending, but maybe not. Nick, 110 arm circles after doing all of that deltoid work. How does that feel?
tiring, burning. But in a good way, not in a bad way where it hurt. No.
That's good. Now, you remember when you did that bicep curl with the bar?
Yeah.
You remember how that your muscles felt after?
Oh yeah.
That's probably how your shoulders are going to feel after that. And that's
With
okay.
data.
That's okay. Because remember, everybody, Nick's been training for endurance for years and years and years. And it's obvious because he just did something that had incredible endurance to it, and he's still going. Let's see if I can armpit squeeze. Oh my gosh, guess what, everybody?
You didn't breathe.
It doesn't hurt. Isn't that incredible, everybody? So in just a short amount of time, I went from my arm hurting so much that even when it was just hanging there, it was hurting, to now all the movements that Nick just did, I was able to do. I only got tired because my deltoid got tired. But I can also feel, look at that, armpit squeeze, armpit squeeze. I can do it on both sides. So I want to thank all of you for helping me on Monday when we did that kind of like shoulder exploration. That was super beneficial. And now, again, through moving and doing the right things, taking it easy in some ways, I was able to get my arm to where I'm hoping I'll be able to go surfing again this week. I don't know.
I.
You gonna do I?
Y.
Let me give you the big spotlight. I'm gonna call it out. You take the moves.
T.
Nice job, Nick.
W. M. X. And V.
Going full alphabet. Here we go. I like it.
B.
V.
X. M. W. T. Y and I. And then I. Y. T. W. M. X. And V. V. X. The other X. M. W. T. Y and I. They do each one but 10. Alright. Then 9, 8, 7, 5, 1, 2, and 1. Why? You done
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
T.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
W.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
M.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
X.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
The other X.
Woo, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
V.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
The other V.
The other V?
Yeah.
What did you do? Just flip the V around?
Another thing. V.
All right, and the other V. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
X.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The other X.
Are you going backwards?
Yeah, almost
Okay.
done, everyone. Almost done.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
M.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
W.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
T.
Oh, can I do this now? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Y.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
And I, me and you. 10, 9, 8,
8, 7, 6,
5,
4,
3,
3,
2, and
2,
woo!
1.
I feel everyone. Am I there doing? Am I 12 it? Woo!
If you're feeling it right now, wave your arm. No, that's a joke because I know your arms are tired. Oh my gosh, everybody. That was incredible. Wow. That was, again, like we talked about, that was not only Nick showing off his skills, Nick showing off the creativity, putting together combos, also putting together the moves, the times, doing all the work, everybody, too. Nick did all of that. I didn't do all of that. I did some of it. And then and Nick blasted my deltoids. Nick, how do your deltoids feel? How about your core? Right? Big difference between our shoulders and our core right now, everybody. So let's do something about that and let's get our core going. And I think a good one to do, and we've done this before. Nick, you could do this one standing up if you want. But instead of doing the 4-point, let's go to a ground touch and then a teapot. Okay. I'm sorry. That's a coffee pot. So the teapot going overhead. Ground touch, teapot, ground touch, twist reach, ground touch, coffee pot. I was taking it out because we're not going to do the coffee. Let's do a witch's pot. Let's switch that out. So we'll go ground touch, teapot, ground touch, twist reach, ground touch, witch's pot, and then go to the other side. Ground touch, teapot, ground touch, twist reach, ground touch, witch's pot. Stir it up to the other side. Down and overhead. Down and across the body. Down and stir it up. Change direction. Down, going overhead. Down, going across the body. Down, gonna stir it up. You can do whichever witch's pot you like. Down. Let's go 2 more. Overhead. Down, going across the body. Down, gonna stir it up. Nice. 1 more. Down, and we're going overhead. Down, going across the body. I'm going down to the side. You could also go down in front and going with the witch's pot. Nice job, everybody. Let's do 1 more that gets the core going. And this one for Nick is a stand-up exercise. It's one he's working on for his strength test, except with his strength test, he doesn't have to tap the elbow. But today, let's tap the elbow. So this is going to be a squat with the high knee elbow tap. Remember, if you're doing this one sitting down, I'm going to do it sitting down as well. I'm going to go down with both elbows to my quadriceps, to my legs. Then I'm going to come up, raise up 1 elbow and reach up. And I'm going to tap 2. I'm going to go tap, tap with my leg and then my shoulder. So it'll be down, tap, tap, down, tap, tap. Nick's going to show us an example, Nick. So he's going to go squatting down, coming up, and then he's going to go up, tap, tap. And he got it. Look at that example. Perfect. Let's go for 20 water break and then Byron. That's all coming up next. Let's do it. Yeah, water break first. We'll do water break. Then we'll do 20. Then Byron's coming up. And we'll have some more water as well. Everybody's doing a great job today. What a good workout. Learning some things. Spilling water everywhere. It's got to be the tiniest little crack. I can't see it in the bottle, but it's got to be there. There's got to be somewhere the water's coming out. All right, Nick, you ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Down. 1. Down. 2. There you go. Down. 3. Down. You can almost get to your knees, maybe. 4. If you can, just rocking forward. Down. Coming back up. 5. You're going to use those muscles in your lower back a lot to help lift you back up into that upright position. Here we go. Down. Going. 7. Down. 8. Down. 9. Down. 10. There you go, Nick. Keep it going. Down. 11. Bringing it down. 12. Down. 13. Bringing it down. 14. Bringing it down. 15. Woo! Bringing it down. 16. There you go, Nick. Nice job bringing it down. Woo! 17. Nick's getting a total body workout in. Bringing it down. There you go. Scott and Lisa doing a great job. 18. There you go, Evan. Bringing it down. Getting the tap. 19. Lorraine, great job. And 20. Nice stuff, everybody. Good job, man. Evan, you're doing a great job today. If anybody's in the room and can hear that, give that guy a pat on the back. Doing a great job. Nick, how'd that feel? Get yourself unmuted. Everybody, Nick's done a big time workout here. We got more big time coming up, everybody. We're talking about Byron with the big time workout. But Nick, how are you feeling? You got to get yourself unmuted. How you feeling, man? You took us through that big old deltoid thing. What are you thinking about that?
I
This guy's
the
huffing and
only
puffing.
thing one
This is what we like to see, everybody. Nick's huffing and puffing. He got his heart rate going, and he did that again by using muscles because he's those leg muscles, those core muscles that Nick was using, the ones he was using to stabilize, they all need oxygen. They all need energy. And so when Nick again is doing strength training, he's also getting a cardiovascular benefit. Some people think cardiovascular means like the treadmills and the ellipticals and the bicycles and things. And those are cardiovascular pieces of equipment, but it's not the only way to get your heart going. And Nick's showing us right now, again, doing some strength training and some balance and some quickness. He's able to kind of, get a great cardio workout in as well. Nick, you feeling better now after breathing for a minute?
yeah.
And
They
that's,
do a wood pod.
and that's what the body does, everybody. So just like Nick has recovered from having a tough time getting air and coming up with words, to now he's like, hey, I'm feeling good. Let's do a breath hold. Let's do it. So let's get ready. We'll do a breath hold. While we're doing the breath hold, everybody, also think about your sandbags and your sticks, getting those ready. Byron's getting ready. Let's do a mystery breath hold. I'm not going to tell you how long it's going to be. So let's see if you can get it. And if you need to have a sip of water, you can do that right now.
Oh, how many?
I'm not going to tell you.
Maybe
You're not going to know. Yeah, I'm just going to say I don't know to everything because in my mind, I still don't know.
I don't know how now. The
We don't know.
quiet.
Remember, when you have the unknown breath hold, sometimes you do a good job, sometimes you don't. It's a psychological type of trick that we're doing here. When you don't know, sometimes you'll fight a little harder because you think it's just around the corner, and sometimes you don't know, and so you don't think it maybe even is possible, and so your body doesn't decide to give it the best shot it can. But I think everybody will be able to get this. I believe that, and if you think that I'm right sometimes, then maybe you'll believe me too. Here we go, everybody. In 5, 4, 3, 2,
they do and one
1.
and
Breathe
breathe
in.
in and breathe out and breathe in and breathe out and breathe in behind no time.
And relax. Woo. Everybody, that was 40 seconds.
Wow.
I kind of know that a lot of folks here are doing really good with the breath hold. So I was like, hey, let's push it. And you know what was great was the last few times that we've done 20 and 30. I've been seeing so many folks get those times, and you can tell when somebody's getting it, not only because you can see them, but you can also kind of see the smiles. Oh my gosh, everybody, give a big wave to Sandy and Jennifer. We got coming to us from the Gerber Center. Everybody else, so let's keep the waves going. Let's give a wave. We got Lorraine in the house, Byron's in the house, Carrie, Scott and Lisa, Evan, Leslie in the house. We're waving at you, Carl. There's Sandy right there with the big waves. Marilyn, Valentina, North County, Catherine, Vicky, Brandy, Sarah. Wow, everybody, what a great group on a Wednesday. This is our bridge workout, everybody. This is going to connect the week with a Monday and a Friday being really good and healthy. We get Wednesday really good and healthy. The next thing you know, you're having a healthy weekend. The next thing you know, you're having a healthy month. The next thing you know, you're having a healthy season. The next thing you know, you're having a whole healthy year. The next thing you know, your name's Sandy, and you're like, you know what? I've been doing pretty good for a long time. And that's what I want from all of you out there. Byron, you as well, my man. Byron's been taking us through leadership moves, taking us through creative fitness routines, and I just can't wait to see what we got coming up right now. So let's get you sandbags if you are even ready. But oh my gosh, again, we love you down at the Gerber Center. Sandy, you keep them healthy down there. Sandy is she's the Gerber Center health leader, and I'm just so proud of her. All right, Byron's getting us going with the left and the right, and he's getting it moved up right there around the back, and he's got a little bit of, there we go, dropping it down on the ground. You know, that's what we like to see. That means Byron was giving it a good shot there, and either that or he wasn't paying attention to it, but I think he was. I think he was going for a good move. You know, sometimes, like, I've done it. You've seen me, everybody. I've gotten distracted and I've made a drop or I've messed up on my order. I like when Byron gets it going because it's almost like a musician. You might think it's part of the song. Byron just keeps it playing along around the back. There you go. Nice job, Byron. Again, look at that. He did that little flip. I like the flip in his hand. He did a single flip, the 180 flip, and now he's rolling it up. He's kneading it up. It's like he's making the pizza. We can call this one the pizza dough. So the pizza dough going around the back, popping it off the ground with a hot potato pizza dough off the ground, popping it up again. Wow, hot potato, flipping it. There we go. That's a pancake flip right there. So we're going with a full menu here at Cafe Byron. We got the pizza, we got the hot potatoes, we got the pancakes. He's bringing it around the back, down off the ground again, popping it up in the air, catching it with the other hand. Everybody watch that when he does it. He brings it down with the right and then sometimes catch it with the left. He's going to a right side twist. So here he's got 4 pounds. It's all over there on the right side, left arm's on the right side. And now he's twisting it over the other way. Look at that. Right arm's on the left side, right shoulder's on the left side. Byron's on the left side, the bag's on the left side. And there it goes around the back again, double around the back off the ground, popping it up. Nick is keeping up, and with the figure eights, we're going between the knees, we're moving it around, and you can see right there, again, going behind the knees and up onto the back, hanging loose. He's got the bag on his back. Nick's going for it too. Nick's got it in place. Don't look at the camera, Nick. This is the one you got to forget about the camera to do a good job. Byron's not looking up. You're not looking up. Just keep it going. Nobody's looking up. Everybody's just doing a good job. Keep it right there and just keep on moving. Keep on grooving. Yep. Keeping it going. I can hear you. Keep it going. All right. Nice. Looks like everything's okay. Byron's in a swing. How's it going? Nice job. Nick's got it. He's going into the swing. What's up, love? There you go. Okay. Keeping it going. Nice job. I love you. Keep it going, Byron. Nice job, everybody. That was me grabbing a call from my wife real quick. Wow. We are jumping into the workout. Great job, everybody. They were at the baby doctor. I wanted to make sure that little baby Sophia was okay. She just went and did a checkup, and they said, you guess what? She's a big baby, and she's not a baby anymore. That's what they told us. They said, we checked her, and it's official. She's no longer a baby, and she's a kid. All right, everybody, here we go. Byron's going into the statue mode. He's got the bag on his head. He's not moving. His core is locked in. His neck is locked in. His hips are locked in. His feet are locked in. His whole body. Scott and Lisa locked in. Look at this. Nice job, Nick. He's got it. And look at Nick. I like it. Nick's not looking at the camera. Nick, I like that. Even if I say look over here, don't look over here. I want you to be like you're in the army right now and you're in boot camp and you're sitting there and you got to just stare at the guy in front of you. And you don't want to, but you got to. That's what you got to do. You lock it in, and that, look at Nick and Byron again. These guys, I feel like the computer froze, but it didn't. That's how good these guys are. Byron's bringing the elbows up. He's got the elbows up with the knuckles in front of his chin. I love it. Now he's bringing the elbows back behind his body. Both elbows are going back, and both hands are up in the air. Up there you go. Nice job bringing it in, kind of like a bear hug, but like a martial arts style bear hug. Excellent job, Nick. Bringing the elbows back and then bringing them back into the center with the fist up. So there you go. You're bringing it back, and that's it. Nice job. I really like how we know Nick's not looking at the camera, and that's making me really proud of him right now. Go ahead and drop it off your head, Nick. Take a look, man. You did great. Working out like my buddy Josh. Sometimes you can't see it, but that doesn't mean you can't do it, everybody. You can do anything. Keep it going, everybody. And then the figure eights. There we go. Kneading the dough. Getting ready for, I bet the resistance bar is coming up because he's getting ready to swing it all the way down the bowling alley. He's got a strike. He's in action. Nice job. All right, everybody, switch it up to an exercise stick. You might have a baton. You might have a piece of bamboo. I don't know what you got, but I'll tell you what, you can use it just like Byron. Let's hold it out. One hand in the center. So this is one hand in the center, holding that arm up nice and strong. Look at how strong Byron is. Everybody, can you believe that? That's a 10-pound bar. Nick's got a 10-pound bar. And there you go. Look at Lisa, too. Lisa and Scott both have weights. Nice job. Isn't this great, Leslie? I just love this. I'm just so happy Leslie's here and Evan and so many of our friends are here getting to watch our friends working out and showing us some moves. Here we go. Byron switching up the hands. Nick's getting the switcheroo going. Nice job, Sandy. I love it. Remember, you can do this with anything. Remember, I sometimes, just like Sandy, I'm using a pin. We're going to hold it with two hands, hold it up by our chest. There you go. Nice job. He's going to reach out or maybe reach up. Yeah, he's reaching out. So he's going out in front of his body. Great job bringing it back. Perfect. Bringing it out. Remember, everybody, sometimes you might think that as we get older, we're not able to do as much either. And I got to remind you again, Byron is showing you that that is not true. And so if you're in a program, you might be in a seniors program, you could call it, you might change the name to the juniors, because I'll tell you what, you might be doing so much activity that it is just going to change your whole mind on getting older and slowing down. Byron, look at him going here with the baton spin. Nice job again from the Gerber Center. They got it going on over there, and it looks one-handed too. Oh my gosh. Incredible job right there. Again, that's Jennifer, and one hand with the right hand. Check that out, Sandy. Look over your shoulder. Look how she's got it. She's doing it with the one hand in her hand. It's incredible. Wow. Great stuff from Byron, spinning it around and around. He's got a couple minutes to go, and Carl is in on the action too. Carl, keep it going. Mr. California. I'm going to start calling Carl maybe Mr. California. I love it. California, USA. He's always got some of the best shirts on. And again, here we are, and it looks like Byron has started to stir the pot. That's not always a good thing sometimes, you know, when you're making trouble, but when you're making gumbo, I'll tell you what, it is a good thing. There you go, Byron, switching up hands, right hand, left hand. He's doing this with one hand. You could do it with two. You could do this with your imagination too. If you didn't have a stick, just imagine that you're doing a baton spin. Here you go, back into the baton spin, just like a song where the baton spin is the chorus and he's tapping it on the ground, spinning it around, spinning it around. He's going for a double spin and then a tap. And then now he's going to the top. This one looks like an inchworm, and it is. There we go with Nick following suit. Nice job, Nick. Now remember, if some of these exercises, if they're moving too quick for you, come back and try them again. Try them all later on today, maybe. Take a break from something you're doing. Bust out the baton again and try them out. You got the inchworm. You got the baton spin. You got the twists. You got the chest press. We got a whole bunch of lumberjack moves. We got, look, Byron's still going with the inchworm. Nick had a tough time with that last inchworm. That is an unruly inchworm. I don't know if that's a worm. That might be a centipede or something, because it's not cooperating with Nick. There we go. Nick's trying to come back, and I think he's got it on this one. Nice job, Nick. What happened to that worm, Nick? That thing got wild on you.
I don't know, man.
Oh no. Byron's going into the supported squat. He's down low in a squat position, holding it. He's got it, and you can't even see him. You can just a little bit. Nick's got it right there. Chest up, butt down. Nice job, everybody. If you're already sitting down with that one, it's just a matter of getting down low. You can see Byron's trying to get his chest kind of down closer to his quadriceps, to his legs. There you go, Carl. You're moving it in too. Nice job, my man. So Byron's just using that stick as a little bit of a balancer. Let's keep with it, everybody. We got 2 more minutes to go, 2 more minutes. And then we got the breathing motto, bringing it on home. And I don't know. I'm going to put a request out there. I don't know. Maybe we could hear Gerber Center doing the breathing motto in the computer room. I think that would be kind of neat. But we'll find out. If I see a thumbs up coming from the Gerber Center, I'll let you know. If maybe we can hear the breathing motto from there. Byron's putting the baton down. It looks like he is all done. And everybody, what an incredible job from Byron. Again, Carl, incredible job. Nick, Jennifer, Sandy, they were doing amazing jobs there down at the Gerber Center. Some folks I know were probably working out with us. Lorraine did an incredible job too. She was doing all the moves. Scott and Lisa, all the moves. Evan, again, man, he's having an incredible workout today, everybody. We got to get Evan. We got to get you a resistance bar, Evan. We got to get you a good one. I'm thinking maybe something around the around 4 pounds, maybe 4 pound resistance bar, maybe 5 pounder. But we gotta get you set up. Resistance bar in a sandbag. Great job to Byron, everybody. That was awesome. Again, the leadership, and this isn't scripted, everybody. This is just Byron is coming up with the moves. Now let's check in with the Gerber Center. Sandy, would you want to do the breathing motto from the computer room? And if anybody hears you, that's okay if they hear you in there. Let's see. I'm not sure. There might not be a microphone on the computer. Sometimes there might not be a microphone. I can't hear you. Nope. Some of that's okay. We'll get it soon. We'll get it on the next time around. Sometimes the computers at some of the centers and some of the classrooms, some of them have microphones and some of them don't. I can see your hand up.
Can you give me the words?
Oh, I got it. Yeah, you're here. Yeah, let me bring the words up, and that would be terrific, Sandy. Wow, Sandy, are you a computer whiz as well? Because you just figured that out.
I'm on a computer instead of tablet.
Oh my gosh. Well, if you need IT help, everybody. All right, Sandy, go ahead and take it away.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in the good. Breathe out the bad. Breathe in the happy. And breathe out the sad. Breathe out your best in your work.
You're good.
Breathe in your power so you can always reach your everyday goals first.
Nice job. Oh, Sandy, that was a great recovery. You picked it right back up and you did a terrific job, everybody. Remember, we're breathing in that oxygen and we're breathing out carbon dioxide. And when you're doing a workout, you're going to need them both. You're going to need one to get in and one to get out. And everybody, we will do it again on Friday. So great job again, Byron, Nick, Carrie. Terrific work. Lorraine, again, Scott and Lisa, Evan did a great job. Leslie, again, great to see you here. Carl, again, kicking butt, everybody. Carl's been doing great. Again, Jennifer and Sandy from the Gerber Center, that was awesome to have you joining us here. And Marilyn, Valentina, North County in the house. Vicky, Sarah, Catherine, great job, everybody. Here we go. Nick's going to count it on down. And let's give him the unmute. And here we go, everybody. In...
And they're the Padres. They're the
Go
Padres.
Padres. Yep. They're in Canada. They lost to the Blue Jays yesterday.
Oh man, we
They're gonna
do
win
do it,
tonight.
but today they will win, hopefully.
Yep.
I will do you day on Friday at email that here we done 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Bye, everyone. Have a
Bye bye,
wonderful day.
3, 2, and 1.